My interest in class and me listening to classes went horribly right from November till the end of the classes. My classes ended on
March.
March 2nd. They thought that I studied, but I didn't clear. So I told them, no,
It
that's not the
wasn't
case.
bad luck or ICA screwing you, it's just lethargy.
Yeah, that was the case. When he was studying, I didn't take it seriously. If he is studying, I thought I should take rest. So another thing what happened is I lost my confidence that I could clear both the groups. So that is the sole reason why I selected single group.
Okay.
So the two deadly subjects, which is audit and ITSM, are in group two. It made me mad, quite literally. Advanced accounts and FM economics was quite easy for me. Somehow got a job in EY. I don't know how. I'm lucky that way. After going to NY, it was twice the pressure I felt after coming to Chennai. Pressure, peer pressure, family pressure, amma pressure, all pressure went in my head. Because I was saying, right, I am working in a big four and all people were very good. I was pretty sure that what went on in my head is that I will be the only one out of the 23 who wouldn't clear the November 22 exams. For her to be even little bit cheerful, it took a lot amount of time, to be honest. So that went in my head to see her in a different state. So that went in my head. She tried not showing it to me that she is upset so that I could prepare for the next attempt, but she couldn't hide it better. I mean, she didn't hide it well. So
Hi Vijay, welcome to the pod. How are you doing, man?
sorry, I tried being formal, but I couldn't. We just spoke in the evening. Sorry. If you want a formal answer, yeah, I'm doing great. Yeah, life has been good.
How's
How about
work?
you?
Yeah, I'm doing good as well. Quite some traveling, but yeah.
Yeah.
How's work?
How's work? Work, I was working on a Sunday till 10 o'clock. Nothing more to add.
10
Yeah,
o'clock. Okay. We are recording this at 10:30. So,
yeah, it's almost 11 now. Yeah.
okay. I just took away 1 hour of your time, work time, but yeah. It's been a
Yeah.
while that we are trying to record this podcast. It's good that we finally ended up doing it. I'm
Mm,
quite happy
yeah.
to have you as the first guest here.
I'm
So,
glad to be the first guest as well. Yeah.
on a serious note, let's just deep dive into some things I wanted to talk to you about. Okay,
Okay.
you're actually not from Chennai, right? You're you have lived in Chennai in the past, and you've lived in Trichy also, right? So,
Yeah. So basically, I was born in Chennai.
okay,
My parents are based out of Trichy, but I was born in Chennai, and I was here in Chennai for 10 years from 2000 to 2010.
which is
Then
up to which standard?
fifth.
Fifth standard. Okay.
Yeah.
After fifth,
So then my dad had to move for his business to Trichy, so we shifted to Trichy again. And
full
till
11th, 12th.
from 2010 to 2017, till my higher education, I was in Trichy. I
Okay.
came here to Chennai for my CA studies. Yeah.
What kind of a student were you in your schooling days? Like, were you that top three Koala students? Sir, I
I
only
think,
got 99. My mom's going to kill me right now. Or, hey, I got 45. I passed literally. Kind of.
to be honest, I was above average guy. I would usually come in top five or top seven.
99 wala
So
guy. Okay. Got it.
95 wala guy, not the 99 wala guy. I couldn't, had I scored 99, I would have been in the top three. So
Regrets.
1995, yeah, no regrets right now. I have absolutely no regrets right now. So I
Okay.
was an above average student and I balanced both. I was good at extracurricular as well and I was good at studies as well. So
By extracurricular, you mean playing after school, right? Like completely playing and still end up scoring
correct,
that
yeah.
guy who was like he was just playing with us yesterday. How the hell is he scoring 95 tomorrow in the exam, guy?
I mean, I am not that over a guy who plays all the time. I play for 1 or 2 hours in the evening, but yeah. Afterwards, I come home and study because of my mom.
Secret agent
Always
studies.
had
Okay,
the
got it.
always had the pressure of my mom, so I had to study. Yeah.
Okay. How was CPT? We did CPT together for the record.
Yeah.
How much did we
Yeah.
score?
Since we did our schooling in CBSE, CPT was comparably very easy for me. Didn't take much efforts, to be honest. The only tough subject for me right from CPT has been law. So that was the
Okay.
only difficult subject. So maths, accounts were quite easy. And
Okay.
economics, maths and economics were the ones which we studied in our higher school, higher
Yeah.
secondary. So it's quite easy. Yeah.
I can still recall those days, when we were, the max sir used to, start the question and we just used to randomly
Yeah.
shout. And one day we were
Yeah.
caught talking and he asked us the answer and we were like, this is just
We
this.
were
And
still able to answer. Yeah.
he was like, this is all fine, but you need discipline.
Yeah.
Great days. Okay. Till that, you were in a kind of school where it's like 50 people or 60 people, right? In a classroom. CPT was also
Hmm.
like 50, less than 60,
Yeah.
right?
Correct. Yeah.
How was it
In
like?
our class, almost we were like only 25. So in the entire 12th standard, we were so 50. So
Yeah,
yeah.
you didn't feel any kind of peer pressure stuff, but where I'm
Correct.
ending up with this is you jumped to Chennai, right? Like directly to MT Edicare in Chennai for intermediate. You didn't go to
Correct.
any kind of college, right? Full time.
No. No. I
And
only did correspondence. So
yeah, it was, even though you were born in Chennai, you lived in Chennai for 10 years.
hmm.
Actually, but when you moved to Chennai for the first time for academics, right? For
Hmm.
academics. Before
Correct.
that,
Yeah.
you were living out of normalcy, right?
Correct.
How was
Yeah.
it like? Could you like talk us through? You knew Chennai, you had relatives in Chennai, but it was kind of new to you. You were like the guy from the town situation, right?
Correct.
For Chennai.
So even though I was in Chennai for a brief period, that was my childhood. So
Okay.
I didn't realize.
Unconscious.
Yeah. So I didn't realize what are the benefits of Chennai, what is so big in Chennai. So I didn't have any sort of such feelings. Even though if I was in Chennai, I was in a comparatively remote area around Tambaram for a substantial period. So
Okay.
I would like to compare that it is like an equivalent of Trichy. So I didn't have exposure to the
Small
city
city.
Chennai life.
Wala.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that is how I was. So coming to Trichy was nothing new for me, but coming back to Chennai was a completely new experience for me. Uh,
Okay.
it was very. I couldn't keep up with the pace. I felt the people were all different, basically. So
Okay.
that is the main thing which struck me for the first time. I honestly think I kind of felt insecure at the beginning. I was very extroverted, I would say, when I was in Trichy, but coming to Chennai for the first time and seeing all the people, I had insecurities, is what I would say. But place-wise, I didn't find much difficulties adapting. Only the people is what I found difficult adapting to.
Okay. Here in Trichy, when we were studying, we used to be in the top five and stuff, right? Like, because
Correct,
there were
correct,
only 25 people, we used to be in top five easily. And
correct,
studying, we were also good at studies. Let's be honest with that. And
correct.
it was easier for us,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
How was it when
We
you went
put
to
the
Chennai?
effort.
Like, if you could put, what was the class strength in intermediate?
It was 700 plus in a single class. Yeah.
If you could like
Yeah.
put yourself in among your peers, what would you have thought?
Sorry, I didn't get you.
If you could like put yourself in like 100 to 200, 200 to 400
The
kind
rank
of
wise, I had put myself somewhere 400 plus probably. I don't know. That is how I
400 plus
felt at
and
least.
zero top 400.
No, no, no. Bottom 400.
Okay.
That is how I felt basically. So I don't know if that is true, but that is how I felt at the initial
Okay.
stages.
You felt like that during the classes, right? Could you like give me
Yeah.
one instance? You shared a lot about an accounting class, right? Where the faculty literally like went bang on you for just when you were daydreaming, and he kind
Uh,
of caught you, and he indirectly was scolding you at you, and but you knew, right? Could you
no,
like
no, no. He was directly scolding me. So it was
okay,
like the third or fourth accounts class basically. So I
Okay.
used uh, earlier part. I mean, during the initial stages, I was a very keen student, right? So everyone would be like that. I wanna improve. I wanna
Starting
study.
days.
So I sat in the first row, even though it's like a very vertical class. I sat exactly in front of the teacher. So straight bang down, I will be in front of the teacher. So I think it's the third accounts class, and he caught me daydreaming basically. Just bashed me in front of entire 700 people directly.
He
என்னப்பா
didn't
what are you
quote.
doing? No. Huh?
He didn't
என்னப்பா
quote your
what are you
name, right?
இப்படிலாம் பண்ணாலாம் ஒண்ணுமே பண்ண முடியாது. He just straight out bashed me for like 5-10 minutes and gave general advice for others for the next 10 minutes. Felt humiliated.
Don't
That
be
is
like
the
Vijay.
last time I ever daydreamt in his class. I was in, fully focused on his class alone afterwards.
He was literally going on for 10 minutes, like, don't be like Vijay or don't be like him.
I mean, he didn't take his name for that long. He just scolded me and then started giving gentle advices. Yeah.
That's
But he just
okay.
pointed out at me that I was the cause of the start of conversation. Yeah,
Okay, so you got a brand in the third class itself.
correct. Yeah, yeah.
But you ended up scoring exemption, right? Even though your prep wasn't
I mean,
that
that is
good.
the reason, I guess. So basically, after that scolding, I never daydreamed. I was fully concentrating. I did all the sums. Well, I did whatever he told us to do in class. So I think that was the reason for me getting exemption. Probably had other teachers scolded me, my
R1
life would have been different.
CAM Vijay.
I don't know. Yeah. Can't say anything right now. My life would have been different. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. I have to definitely ask about this. In Trichy,
Hmm.
right? After school, what would we do? Max to max, we would play some random sport like kabaddi or cricket or some random
Correct.
stuff, and then
Yeah.
wander off to places and eat, chat, and stuff, and
Correct.
leave home.
Correct.
We did the same for CPT as well. That we didn't play. Only thing difference in CPT, we didn't play. We were just chatting and eating.
Roaming, roaming a lot for a long time. Yeah.
Yeah. How was it in intermediate, and what did things change, and how were the distractions, the big city
As
distractions?
I told, Chennai was amusing for me when I came back. So I was in the center of the city. I had a lot of people. I was in a prime location, so I was entirely distracted. So I used to go out for food. I used to go out for gaming. There was a place called Aknam's Cafe, so I
Okay.
used to go there, or I just used to roam around after the classes. I basic reason is I my house is little far away from
Classes.
where the classes were, so
Okay.
it takes a long time. So if I the classes sometimes ends at 6, sometimes ends at 8. So when the classes ends at 6, I don't want to take the auto rickshaw that time because that will be the peak traffic time. So I what I did was I roamed around there for till 8 o'clock, do
Okay.
something or the other, then catch a share auto at 8 o'clock so that traffic wouldn't much be there. But
Your
literally
mom
thinking
never
I
knew, right? Your mom
sorry.
never knew that the classes ended at 6, right?
No, she knew I guess, but what should have believed is I was studying. So
Self responsible.
that probably yeah. My mom started working when we came back to Chennai. I don't think she concentrated that much.
Yeah.
Uh,
Plus, you are 18 and you are
probably
supposed to be.
Probably I kind of also told that I am tired. She also understood how it is tiring to come back. So I
Okay.
think she would have understood, yeah. But most of the times also we had classes till 8. So those classes were also there.
Okay. Yeah. Let's talk
But to
about.
summarize, I was entirely distracted. I didn't come back home. I never studied.
Okay.
So never studied after coming back home, which is very completely new for me comparing what I was till CPT. So yeah,
Okay. In CPT, till CPT, since in 12th standard, you used to come home and like study literally
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
right?
Study
And
something other. I would study that.
let's also compare another thing here, distance. How far was
Hmm.
school? You literally used to come at 8:55 or 9 o'clock school, and
Correct.
you would literally
Correct.
be
Yeah.
starting like 2 to 3 minutes earlier. And
Correct. Correct.
CPT
Correct.
also, it wasn't that far. It was
Correct.
max what,
We also
two
had a
kilometers
bike. I also had a bike during CBT, so it wasn't that far for me.
Yeah,
Maximum it will take 5 minutes. That is how
5
it
to
is.
10 minutes, right? Even if you are like just wandering out and sightseeing and coming, it's gonna take 5 to 10 minutes. But
Yeah.
in Chennai, how far was it, and how much time does it normally take? Peak traffic, without traffic?
Without traffic, it will take around 35 minutes. When the classes were at 7 o'clock, we start early morning. So
Okay,
it'll take around 35 minutes when I go in share auto. There are only two ways of modes of transportation available for me. One is bus or share auto. My parents didn't allow me to take a bike. Even though I had a scooty, they didn't allow me. In Trichy, they used to allow me in a gear bike, but in Chennai, they didn't
yeah.
allow me to take even a
Even drive
scooty because I
scooter.
didn't have the license because they didn't trust the Chennai traffic. So I
Okay,
had to go by either by bus or share auto. The frequency of bus was very low, so I had to no other choice. I had to take the share auto. So in
okay,
share auto, it will take around 35 minutes and 1 hour 15 minutes it takes during peak traffic times.
okay.
1 hour 15 minutes to 1 hour 30 minutes is what it takes
Plus, you will be
because I go
standing,
in.
or like you not be definitely not be comfortable in traffic. You'll literally be
Correct, correct,
tired, right? Plus, you'll be sitting for 8 hours in the class. So
correct. Yeah,
it's going to
that
be,
also.
in the class also, you're going to be like 500
Yeah,
seaters, 700 people are going to be sitting.
yeah, yeah.
That's the scenario, right?
Also, the share autos, I was literally slim. I was slim, so they made two people sit in each seat, or they made me sit in the back of the share auto. So it's not a great experience. Yeah,
So you wouldn't have even had 1% of incentive to write studying after you return home, right? Like you'll be that tired.
yeah. What I wanted was to relax after coming home. That is all I
Okay,
wanted to do. So that
okay,
was my only mindset. Just wanted to relax. It
okay,
was not about enjoyment or didn't want to study. All I want was to relax. That is all I wanted to do. So just come home, lie down, watch the phone for n number of hours, sleep, go to class next day. That is how it was. Yeah.
okay. Let's just reverse calculate here something. May
Mm,
18, right?
yeah.
You started classes in August.
Correct.
You didn't just you didn't clear in May 18, but you
Mm,
were damn sure of that before the exams, right? Even a month before exams.
correct.
When was the time like you knew that reality hit you and you are not going to like even try, or what really happened in May 2018? Sorry if I'm wrong here that you didn't try, but
No,
I
no.
don't want to
So
enter into a judgment here. What happened for May 18?
what happened was, see, right from classes, if I start, I was enthusiastic at the beginning.
Okay.
I lost my interest in going to classes itself at later stages.
Like December
Uh,
or August, September,
yeah, I
October?
August, September, October, I was active, I would say. Then
Okay.
probably I stopped going regularly right from November.
Okay.
So
That was when
I had
taxes start, right? Tax started in
uh,
November, right?
tax went in its peak in November, but it was all the classes. Basically, I didn't like any classes other than accounts. That is how it was for me, honestly speaking.
Okay.
So for tax classes, which used to start at 6:15, I woke up at 6:15, came to class at 8:30.
Okay.
Shamelessly come in front of the class, in front of every 700 people, sit in the first row. Sorry, in the fourth row. So
Okay.
that is what I didn't take much effort. That is how it was. So my interest in class and me listening to classes went horribly.
In November.
It right from November till the end of the classes. My classes ended at on
March.
March 2nd, so
Okay.
2nd of March. So basically, to be honest, I didn't have much idea about other subjects because I didn't attend the classes other than accounts. So
Okay.
I had to start from fresh. for most of the subjects from maths. I don't know what happened, but I didn't take it seriously. I started watching series at that time.
Okay.
Probably it was like a break, right? So I didn't have to travel. Something or other happened. I started watching series. I started watching the series Big Bang Theory.
Okay. Okay.
I
Addictive stuff.
actually I took efforts to like switch off the phone, cut the internet, everything I did, but I had the BBT downloaded. I found loopholes to just watch it and literally watched it, and literally didn't recover from there. I knew in April that I wouldn't clear. I didn't take much efforts as well. So what I thought is what I thought is I believed is exams are easy is what I believed. So I thought
Okay.
I'll take rest for a few days. So I just postponed my studies for a few more days. Then I told myself I'll take rest for a few more days, and the rest days became 2 months. So yeah,
Okay.
May
And
exams came. Out of fear, I before the exams, I mean, at least 2 or 3 days before exams, I started reading accounts alone.
okay.
So because I listened to the class very actively, so instead of doing nothing, I thought I'd read at least accounts. Ended up scoring exemption, but didn't get good marks in other subjects.
Okay. Another
Yeah.
thing I want to like mention here, you are the
Mm.
first generation CA in your entire family, right? It's not like so.
First
It's not
intention only
like
CA. Yeah.
yeah, right. That's
Correct.
completely correct here. And
Correct.
the only thing is you didn't do CA. I mean, you didn't do college full time.
Mm.
You were full time into CA, and you literally changed to Chennai for the classes, right? Before the classes, of course, there were other reasons. Your dad's job as well, in the sense business
Yeah.
and mom's job and
I would
stuff.
rather say the reason for them changing is because of my studies. So
Okay,
not
you
because
were
of
the
them
main.
I shifted here. It's because of me who they shifted here.
What was the scenes? You told that in April you knew that you are going to flunk May 18, and it's done, and you just started. You are anyways going to fail. I'll just at least
Uh,
enjoy myself. Phase.
yeah.
What was your mom's reaction, and how was the scene in your house, and what kind of pressure were you dealing there?
See, before the exams, I didn't feel any pressure because my parents were going to office, so they came back at somewhere around 8:39.
Okay,
So they didn't knew what I was doing. They believed that I was studying. So there was no pressure or anything before the exam actually.
okay,
So my mom's pressure was the one which made me study till
accounts.
CPT, right? So I didn't have the
Okay,
that pressure during this time because my parents were not there. Both my mom started working since we moved to Chennai. So till when we were in Trichy, she was not working. She was a homemaker. So that was not there, and they came home at 9:30. They'll be very tired, and they just slept off. So that was not a pressure. The actual pressure started, or the moment they realized that I didn't study was when the results came. So
oh, before that, you didn't tell them that you weren't going to clear anyway, or you didn't prepare much. Or
only like 1 or 2 years back, I told them that I didn't study for May 18 at all.
1 or 2 years in the sense, 4 years, 3 to 4 years after May 18.
I mean, I think it's after the second year of articleship to be precise. So after
Okay.
2 years of clearing the exams, I told them that I didn't study for May 18 at all. They thought that I studied, but I didn't clear. So I told them, no,
It
that's not the
wasn't
case.
bad luck or ICA screwing you, it's just lethargy.
Yeah, that was the case. I think that was the case. So,
Okay.
but they never knew that I didn't study till then.
Okay. Another thing here, till 12th standard, what was your environment like? Peers, everybody would be studying and stuff, right? Like, what was it in up to CPT, and what was it in Inter? Like, what were people around you doing when you were in Chennai, or like, who would you talk to during the study time
I
and stuff?
mean, till 12th standard, we were the ones who were studying together.
Okay.
So, uh, environment was not such much during both the phases, I would say, during my inter as well as I had people who were studying during CPT 12th as well. I had people who were studying during inter as well. I had a friend, I have a friend called Prashant who was studying during his intermediate.
Like a freak, yeah.
Yeah, so he studied, but when it came to 12th standard or CPT, when you were studying, I thought you are studying, so I should also study.
Okay.
But when he was studying, I didn't take it seriously. If he is studying, I thought I should take rest. So
He is studying, but you should take this.
yeah, that is how it was. So environment was the same. Actually, only my mindset was different comparing
Okay.
the first attempt of inter and the CPT in 12th.
Okay.
I think only after the May attempt, I found a lot of people. I mean, few of my friends also had didn't have some good results. So uh, that is when even I wanted to study, and also others were feeling the pressure because they didn't clear it in the first time. So that is when it was creating an environment saying that everyone should study. That kind of an environment started for me only after the results of first attempt.
Kind of like a revolution after
Correct,
first
correct, correct.
attempt flunked.
Correct. See, honestly speaking, the first attempt was actually a revelation for me because I've never failed in any exams before, right? I was, as I told, I was a above average student until my, in my school days and even in CPT. So that was kind of a revelation for me. And I would say it was kind of shameful as well because of the
Okay.
pressure that came from my family members mainly, my mom and other relatives as well. So that is when it hit hard that I should study. So yeah,
Okay.
that is when it started.
How did you go about November 18? Like, what was your stuff? What did you do different? Or one thing you did different was study. That's the thing.
Study,
But
yeah,
you wrote only one group, right? You had an exemption in accounts. You
correct.
literally wrote one group. You cleared one group, but you actually wrote both groups, right? Just for the sake
Yeah,
of
yeah.
writing.
I just wanted to see how it is. So that is why I say the accounts faculty, Jason sir, he told just try the second group, just see how it is. That is why I just wrote the second group. Otherwise, I was just focusing on first
First
group. I
group.
never really touched second group books during November 18. So
Okay.
basically, November 18 was the first time I thought I should study, basically. And what I did first thing was ask others who cleared. I asked you, what did you do to clear? You cleared your first group that time. So
Yeah.
I asked you what to do because I didn't have a basic idea. I didn't touch any book. So, uh, so you just told me how to read it, how to study tax, costing, and law. So I just blindly followed it. That is what I did.
Okay. I'm
But
controlling my laughter right now, but yeah.
bro, you're my inspiration, bro. Come on.
Oh, fuck.
Uh, so that is what. So I basically got an idea of how to study, and I
Okay.
was dead serious that uh, I should study. But another thing, what happened is I lost my confidence that I could clear both the groups. So that is the sole reason why I selected single group.
Okay.
So basically, also after the exams, till results came in July, I guess. Till August, also I was in a figuring out stage. So one day in September, I started studying. At that time was also not feasible, and also lost my confidence. So I just took one group. I uh, took advice, and I saw how others did. Started implementing it. I did costing from the practice manual 2 3 times. Read law like an idiot. Just mugged it up 3 4 times. Studied tax, solved the sums. I did all I could. I just formulated myself a strategy that time, which is I couldn't complete 100% of the portions that time. Even if you
Okay.
study 60% of the portions, just do it 2 3 times. Like if they ask any questions from that question, you should be able to answer it. So that was a mantra I followed till my CA finals exams. I cleared my exams only with that mantra, so I couldn't complete 100% of the portion. So I studied like a madman, then
Now we
cleared in
know
my
that it's
number.
called Pareto analysis.
Yeah.
You did Pareto analysis without even knowing. Technically,
Correct,
we did
correct. Yeah.
Pareto analysis.
So
Most of the
basically, it is
students did.
like
Yeah.
ABC
Analysis.
analysis. I studied full A and the half of B. That is what I studied in my November 18 attempt. Yeah,
Okay. You actually cleared with good marks in November 18, right? Like everything you scored
correct,
more than 50 and stuff.
correct.
How mad were you while you were studying law? You know what I'm asking right now.
Yeah, you know the story. I studied law like a madman. That on the day of exam, basically in the morning of exam, I was supposed to uh, revise a chapter. I just went to the washroom. I just went to the washroom and took a bath. I was telling the entire lesson in my head. I was having it fully in my mind that when I went out after taking a bath, I did my revision of that lesson. That is how much I had that lesson in my mind. So I didn't have a book in my bathroom. I didn't have anything. I just went in, started telling it. Every word came in my mind. Finished revising it.
My question here is, was one big bucket enough for that entire lesson?
It was enough actually. It was little small lesson. So yeah,
Okay. November 18 went good, and there is a trend, right? One group goes well, people get overconfident, then the other group, goes down the drain.
Hmm.
But you and me didn't, go in that route, and we actually like cleared group two in the next attempt. How was group two
Correct.
for you, and what was scaring the hell out of it? Like,
So basically, group two, the main issues. So basically, I am very weak at theory subjects.
I can get it
So
in your law bathroom stuff.
yeah, no, but that was see that is how hard I had to study. So I studied that lesson like 4 times. So that had to be in my head. But generally speaking, I'm very good at practical subjects, be it accounts, costing. I have To be honest, I've scored exemption in all practical subjects in inter and final, so that is how good I am. So,
Nice.
but theory, I crawl my ways to 40, so that is how bad I am. So the two deadly subjects, which is audit and ITSM, are in group two. It, it made me mad, quite literally. Advanced accounts and FM economics was quite easy for me. But audit and law, I couldn't complete even 30 or 40% till the last 10 days. I became very mad. I started crying every day. Quite literally, I started beating myself. You know the story of me punching myself and uh, breaking a tooth. So that is how mad I was with audit. I literally couldn't remember anything ITSM and audit. So also audit, I kind of didn't attend the classes because I was not preferring the faculty I had,
Okay.
so I didn't attend any classes. So I didn't know audit. I didn't understand audit. Basically, I couldn't understand conceptually. So audit was tough for me. ITSM is universally tough for everyone. So
Yeah. Actually,
yeah,
audit
so
is also actually universally tough. The another thing
few
here is,
people. Yeah,
yeah, few people are literally freaks, but let's just leave
yeah,
them here. One thing,
mm,
there are people who tell you, right, audit and ITSM, you should have studied it 4 to 5 times and 1 month before the exam, and that kind of extreme
yeah,
preparation. What do you think
yeah.
about it? Like, are you doomed if you don't, complete 70% of the syllabus before the day of the exam? Like before the day, in the sense you have 15 days and you are just
Mm,
25% done with audit or ITSM syllabus.
yeah.
But you are
See,
done
that is
with
what.
advanced accounts and FM, for example.
See, basically, what I believe for me, since theory subjects is tough, what I believe, even to get a small fraction of marks, what I believe is I had to study everything study completely everything for 3 or 4 times. And I also freak out when I just try remembering, and if I don't get that word, I freak out. So that is how your preparation should be ideally, but mine wasn't that great
Okay.
because Even though I tried reading, I actually started at a reasonable amount period of time, basically. But that is how much I could complete because I couldn't remember everything. I just tried again and again, but I couldn't uh,
Recall it
remember
things.
anything. So that is why I completed only 25 or 30% in the last 15 day when last 15 days were pending. That is
Okay.
when I started going to temple every
Jai
freaking
Sri
day.
Ram.
That is when my ritual started. It
Okay.
went on till the end of my final.
Okay.
So basically, what I did is that is before like the starting of 15 days before the exam, I started going to temple every day. So I allocate a time 5:15 to 6 is my temple time. So I go there, pray something, pray to God that please help me pass this exam. Shamelessly, I would ask, come back, cry, and some other gave me some amount of positivity, I would say. So
Yeah, there
that
is people.
yeah,
They everybody has their own way of getting positivity, and ours
correct,
were
correct.
going to
Go
temples.
into temple. It gave see, I cannot explain how much positivity it gave me. So
Sometimes it
it
was false hope, but it actually
yeah,
helped.
but I so see if I'm saying that I am following that ritual till my end of final, that is the impact I felt inside after going to temple. So that is how I felt. Came back home, just continued studying in the last 15 days. Whatever happens, luckily in the border marks, I could pass ITSM and audit. Did well in the other two, so cleared group three.
Were you sure after exams that you are going to, clear audit ITSM for sure?
I honestly knew that I would get 60 plus in
Both
advanced
papers,
accounts
theory, I
and
mean
FM
practical.
economics. That I was damn sure.
Okay.
So, but what I was telling others is if I get 40 in ordinary ITSM, I would pass.
Okay.
That is what I was saying. I was confident in getting 35 in ITSM
Okay. 35, that
because,
extra 5 mark boost you had to.
yes, yeah, because of SM, I kind of studied SM. I somehow found how to read SM, so I studied SM. To be very honest, out of the 42 marks I scored in ITSM, 40 is from SM and then 2 marks from IT. So that is how it went.
The next generation CA students won't, understand this pain because ITSM is not part of
They
their.
are very lucky, dude. You have no idea.
Be
Worst
grateful,
subject ever.
guys. Be
Yeah,
grateful.
yeah.
After intermediate, you'd have thought like you're actually like technically you're halfway through. You'd have thought that almost half the pain. There is not. It's going to be only 1.5x harder. But how
Or
was
instead of saying that, I thought I found a way on how to crack it. So
okay? You had a system, right? Like
yeah, so I thought if I followed this in my finals also, I
some
would clear this
paper
water.
you will do this. Some paper you will have to like solve twice. That's like your
Correct, correct.
mantra
See,
and
that is
theory.
what I thought of following the same formula. Read theory twice, do the practical questions thrice, just go for the exam. I thought that was my idea when after clearing it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now just let's just briefly talk about EY. You joined
Mm,
Articleship. Before that,
mm,
you were in Trichy, small city. Chennai was your first
mm.
big city, but before EY, you weren't technically in the big city. You were there in the big city. You were not like that
Yeah, yeah.
involved, right? How was EY for you after, intermediate? How was EY?
EY somehow got a job in EY. I don't know how. Ah, so I'm lucky that way. But after going to NY, it was twice the pressure I felt after coming to Chennai. So
Okay,
it was a very big place, the big four, right? So everyone were very professional. Everyone were well educated. All the people who joined me are first attempters.
rank
Only
holders
two or
too,
three
right?
other are rank holders too. Yeah, yeah. Everyone had like 500 plus marks. Everyone were also from big schools from Chennai, everything. So it
Okay.
was as I said, it was like two times of what I felt after coming to Chennai. So yeah.
That was completely different, right? Like the people you mingled with there
again,
actually.
again, I started feeling insecure basically. So because
Okay,
of the people, right? So people were not one level; they were like two, three levels above mine, is what I felt. So
okay.
being professionally or being academic wise, everything. So kind of felt little insecure, but I was able to adapt pretty quickly.
I've been actually with you for like 6 to 7 years, but one
Yes.
thing I'll tell you here,
Mm,
I seriously think that you're feeling insecure here, right? That's actually you
mm,
coming out of your comfort zone. You actually didn't realize that when you joined, even you didn't actually imagine this kind of level, right? Everybody is going to be
correct,
coming
correct,
from big, big schools. Even when you
correct.
joined MTED Care, who would have thought you would have thought you are going to be one of the top 100 students and stuff, and people would be
Probably, yeah.
answering more faster and intelligent
Correct,
than
correct,
you. And but
correct.
when you put yourself in those situations, you actually grow 2x. How much ever
Correct.
the insecurity or uncomfortable zone, you actually grew, right? That was
Correct. You
how.
have to, right? So you can't be like feeling insecure and you can't be there at the same place. You have to come out. So that is how you can go to the next level, is what I believe. So even though I felt insecure, I didn't stop. I stopped studying in my first attempt. I brought back the confidence in myself for the first and second attempt. Started reading. In EY also, I was quite bad compared to others. Starting from, I would say, starting from
In
writing an
terms of
email.
work,
So the
right?
quality of email
Okay.
others wrote, for example, was very good. So I felt ashamed when I wrote my emails. For sometimes but to be honest, when I'm saying this, the one thing which helped me coming out of the comfort zone are the people around. So I had few very good friends
Okay.
here in EY. So they kind of help me in everything, even in drafting email or how I should be. I even had some good seniors here who helped me. So even in, as I said, inter, we had a group, right? We right from school, we were the seven boys who started studying CA together. So we at least we were motivating ourselves to study. We had an environment. So
We were
it's
quite
the people who
competitive.
help you. Correct,
Yeah, we
correct.
were.
It was a healthy competition, but we were quite competitive. Yeah,
That made us, friends as well, and also
correct.
made each
It
other
was,
study.
see, even though we had that competition, what I believe or what you believe is what I believe is all of us should pass. What you believe is all of us should pass. So that is the
Yeah.
belief we had. We helped each other. I shared my MTD notes with you. You shared so few sums with me. So that is how we supported each other and we went on with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is what even in EY I had so few good friends basically who helped me adapting with people also and adapting with the work and professional uh, life also. So they
Okay.
are the ones who helped me. Yeah.
Yeah, but looking back right now, you actually got a lot of kudos award and that stuff, right? Like
Correct.
appreciation, and as you told me, you got those 4 stars. Or I'm not exactly sure about the metric, but you
Yeah.
are in the good books of the manager and
Correct.
partner stuff, right? That takes a lot of work, and I've
It took
actually seen
around
you.
2 years to for me to come to that position basically. So
Yeah.
I for the first 5 6 months I was very childish.
Okay.
To be honest, I went played TT during the lunch break for 2 hours. I was very adamant that I should go close by 6, go back and play TT.
Okay.
I was not willing to take up work.
Okay.
So this was this is how I was. But again, so there were two people in my team, Niveda and Aishwarya, to give the names. They were very good with their work. They got really good appreciation from the managers. So it made me feel that if I continue like this in a childish way, I wouldn't have good names or I wouldn't survive here is what I believe, and the treatment that they got made inspired me to work better. Then I kind of took it seriously. Then started doing work properly, took some responsibilities, improved myself, and then got to a better person. To be honest, it took me like 2 years to get my first good recognition, gold standard award, anything.
Okay.
So they got it in the first quarter, but I got it after 2 years. So that is how it was.
But yeah, still you guys are still in the same team, and
Correct.
you are now
We are still friends.
up to mark in the same skills as well and stuff, right?
Correct. Correct.
Everything ended well as well, and you are right now in a great state, if I might add that, in terms of skill as well for a CA, right? You are right now an executive in UI, temporarily or permanently. I don't know
Yeah.
your choice yet.
Yeah.
I didn't want to assume, but yeah, that's great.
I am in a good state to compare to what I was at the beginning. I am in a good state. I believe in my skill set. I think I have a good skill. What skill is required here? So
Okay.
yeah.
Another thing, now that you mentioned your peers in UI, let's now
Mhm.
go to May 22. I was also the same thing, but so shared drama there. May
Yeah.
22. Let's just
Mm.
remove me from that picture. Just
Mm.
look at it from the Chennai angle. Chennai angle in the sense EY angle. May 22, you are surrounded by all those guys who scored rank in
Yeah.
intermediate 550 marks and were crying that they scored less in intermediate
Yeah.
and those kind of guys. And you were there,
Yeah.
like you got 42 and 2 marks is from EAS. Yes,
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
mindset. How
Correct.
did how was it preparing for May 22? You would have had calls in between and stuff, right? During the
See,
exam time,
basically,
study holidays.
the the environment was very good environment in a sense that everyone was studying. So it was not like they were distracting. So everyone were trying to get, I mean, to clear it in the first attempt. So everyone was studying. So what made me feel is everyone was studying, I should also study is what I felt.
Okay.
But to be honest, I didn't watch any classes. I switched on DT classes and started watching movies. 2021 from July to November during my DT classes is the period when I saw the most amount of movies. So
In your entire
I didn't
life.
take my correct. So to be honest, I didn't have a great selection of teachers. So I didn't watch literally any of the classes. We were thinking now, I didn't correctly watch even one subject. That
Yeah.
was my state in December. But in December, what I thought is that December 4th is when my exam leave started. But all others started studying. So I thought enough is enough. We'll start studying now. So also I enrolled for a exam which conducted weekly. So I even enrolled for that. I was motivated in the first month,
Scheduled
but
test series kind of stuff.
scheduled
To be
test
more
series, yeah.
clear.
But that, to be honest, that scheduled test series was not planned properly. It was
We
not
had test
great.
like all 8 subjects in 1 week, right? Like that was the
Four or
schedule,
six
right?
subjects was there at least,
And
and
2 to 3
the
lessons in
portions,
each.
the portions were not the portions which we could complete in a week. So,
Okay.
post January, I tried writing it every week till January, then got fucked up, then lost all the confidence and also lost all the interest
What series
because I was
started now?
highly. No, it was YouTube now, so it was not series.
Okay.
So enjoyed series. Started watching stand-up comedies. I started watching. I had so much time. I was so bored that I started watching chess streams. So
Okay.
that is that is how I was. So, but others were studying. That kept on going in my mind. But I couldn't study. But randomly in March, I believe I had to do something. It's not right because of the peer pressure, right? So everything in May 22 for me or in CA final for me was based out of the peer pressure because in our set of interns, 23 of us joined together. So I had a lot of peer pressure. Everyone were so good. March 20th, I thought I should at least write one group and I at least should clear one group. On March 20th, I bought new FR classes for
Everybody
180
will
hours.
advise against this thing.
Few people started asking me, "Are you going to start preparing for November?" So that is
Are
how
you
it
talking
was.
about me?
You are also one of them. So yeah,
Yeah.
at that point, I completed 2 or 3 lessons in FR. That is all I did. But I had zero confidence in that because the way the faculty taught me, I didn't kind of like it or I didn't study it properly. SFM classes, I didn't like it, so I didn't watch anything. I just saw 2 or 3 lessons, stopped it. Law, I went for classes. Classes are good for first few lessons. I listened to that. Once it started getting boring, stopped it. Audit, the nightmare. I didn't go. What I don't know what confidence I had, but I didn't attend any classes for audit. I don't know why. Even today, I don't know why I didn't attend any classes for audit. But that was my case on March 20th. But from March 20th, I kind of devised the same kind of plan which I had for intermediate. So regular from daily morning 3 hours I solved SFM. In the evening from 6 o'clock every day it was FR. I started watching classes full 180 hours. In May 22 because of COVID we had exams
May
on
14th.
May 13th I guess.
Yeah. 13th or
So
14th, right?
I started my exam preparations on May 8th. So
Okay.
I finished my classes on May 7th, FR classes. So that is how it went. And I had zero confidence in audit. So saw you sent me a pamphlet of one class starting from April 14th or April 16th, I guess. Blindly enrolled it. I
It was a
was
full day
told in the
course, right?
class that company audit will come for 60 marks
Didn't
and
even come
company
for 5
audit
mark.
and that company audit went for a week. So, but I had at least some good preparation in essay,
Okay.
some Caro and professional ethics. He completely left the other audit part. So, in 14 days, the classes started at 7, it went on till 9. So,
Were you a
that is
freak
how it
enough to
went.
watch FR classes after 9?
I couldn't. I tried. That was my motto basically. I thought I would rather watch it in the night or either in the morning, but I honestly couldn't. I was completely tired. I was completely drained also. Out of those 14 days, class was there for 13 days. 3 days of holidays were there in between. So in those classes, I studied other subjects, but in these 13 days, I didn't touch any subjects other than audit. And I blindly made a mistake of studying because I didn't know what to study. I thought I blindly trusted him, and I thought that other audit wouldn't come. So I just studied only what he taught me. And after May 1st, I started reading. I was completed the other 3 subjects. What all pendings I had. Went for the exams. Uh, Somewhat did my exams well. In audit, I scored 41. Truth is, I scored 36. 5 marks was grace marks.
How much did you score in essays?
I thought I blindly cleared because of essays, but when I saw the RTI, I scored 2 marks in essays.
Out of
But
20
the
odd
other,
marks, right?
correct, I some blabbered in the other audit questions. Those blabberings, 1 mark, 2 mark, 1 mark, three.
Okay. You were saying about auditing. Your
Correct.
RTI How much marks were actually there in the RTA?
36.
How much was in the mark sheet?
41.
Before the results or even after the results, before the RTA, how much did
Hmm.
you actually think you actually scored? What did you think like made you pass in audit?
I have no idea, dude. I thought I would easily clear an audit. I thought I had scored 45 in audit. The only paper I doubted was law. Even
Okay.
the basically like the day of exam, the day before the exam, I was actually drained out. So I couldn't study. I cried. I didn't prepare well for law in the day of exam or the before day exam. So
Okay.
uh, I was only not confident in law. I was like, telling everyone that if I cleared law, I would clear first group, is what I was saying. But it was otherwise. I scored 45 in law, scored 41. Yeah, scored 41 in audit, not
One mark is
36.
precious.
Yeah, not 36. I scored 41.
Yeah, but you actually ended up scoring 65 in FR. You are hiding that
Six,
fact that, but 66 4.
61, I guess.
Okay.
61.
6. I think you're
Which was
confused.
also not expected, basically. No, I scored
Okay.
61 in
FR.
FR. Which was
Okay.
also I didn't expect. I thought I would get 60 plus in SFM. I thought I would get 50 in FR, but
Okay. Ulta.
it was otherwise.
And we actually haven't told this fact yet. You passed with
Mm,
exact 200 marks.
200, yeah, correct.
Exact 200 marks, and that was within 2 months. Not even 2 months, right? May 20, April 20, May 14.
1 day, 1 month and 20 days.
Yeah.
Probably you can say that.
1 month and 20 days, and you sacrificed 1 week for company audit. So we can easily say 1.5
Yeah,
months
1.5
prep.
weeks. Yeah, 1.5 months. Yeah,
1.5 months of prep. You actually cleared with exact 200.
200, correct.
We'll be frank here. I was pretty much sure because this seemed crazy, right? Nobody would have told you that you are going to pass.
Correct.
Take April 25th, right? May
Mm,
14 is the exam. If you ask yourself, you would have had, you were going on with false hope only. False hope in
correct.
sense, you had a delusion kind of thing. That was
Correct.
really hard. I didn't
No,
believe you.
I wouldn't call it delusion, but I was having a fake hope is what I would say, because I didn't have the kind of preparation I expected, right? I told you, right? Inter, I had a formula of doing practical questions 3 times and reading theory 3 times. I only did FR once. I only did
Okay.
SFM twice. So
Okay.
even though I'm strong in practical subjects, I didn't have confidence. You need not say anything. I didn't have any confidence in law and order. Even if I studied for 4 or 5 times, I wouldn't have any confidence. So
Okay.
that was the
No,
confidence.
that was not. I was actually not talking about your confidence. The external environment, right? If I
Hmm.
clearly remember, you actually came to Trichy from Chennai. You actually took a 2-day trip or something in April or March end before something started, and everybody thought you are not serious, including some, including that guy and me and another person. We were pretty sure
Yeah,
this guy is not serious and he's going to flunk along with us. That
yeah.
that was the mindset.
We'll go down together is what we thought.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought, but when you were telling that you did Bhavik crash course
Hmm.
and you actually completed it, I was thinking that you might score well in FR before the
FR, I
exam.
thought I would get exemption in FR. Yeah.
And those 2 days, those 2 days, we had 2 days for SFM, right? You actually solved
Correct.
another time.
Correct.
What I'm trying to say is,
Few lessons I solved. Yeah.
yeah, you were pushing everything till the last minute. You had your breakdowns, a number of breakdowns in those last 1.5 months, but you were pushing it till the last minute. Till the last
Correct.
minute is blabbering anything in audit.
Hmm.
You could have just very well left it. We'll also cover another part of that 187 you scored while watching Champions League, right? It was
Correct.
Champions League.
Champions
You
League finals. Yeah.
you watched
No,
it
we did not talk about the second. It was completely fluke, and you know it.
pushing till the last second.
Correct.
Why was it? How did you do it? What was the source of it. Same May 18.
Hmm.
Same May 18, you were in the similar state in April, right? April 2018, you were in similar
Hmm.
state of, okay, let's get to your date. March 20th, similar state of what you were for group 1 in March 20th, 2022. There was little difference. In intermediate, you knew more. Let's be frank with that. You didn't have to do FR class, accounts class and stuff. What was the
Hmm.
difference? What made you like push through and not?
Peer pressure. Peer pressure. Pressure. Peer pressure. Family pressure. Amma pressure. All pressure went in my head because I was saying right. I am working in a big four, and all people were very good. I was pretty sure that what went on in my head is that I will be the only one out of the 23 who wouldn't clear. So
Okay.
that was the major driving force for me.
Okay.
I thought I would be very ashamed if I didn't clear. So I thought I should at least clear one group is what
You
was going
planned
on my
for.
head. It was
Okay.
going on in my head. So I thought at least I should clear one group because the people I work with are so good in academics. They have put so good efforts, everything. So that is the literal thought I had. So
Okay.
that is the major
After
thing which helped me push.
results, after results,
Mm.
how many people actually like didn't clear out of the 23 people?
I think 9 or 11 people clear both groups.
No one
Think
was like not clearing even one group, kind of, right? Or
no, 11 people cleared both groups. I think uh, 5 or 6 people cleared one group, and the rest
okay,
didn't clear both
clear.
groups.
Okay.
No, only two people cleared one group. Others didn't clear any group.
Okay. So around 10 people didn't clear anything, right?
I think, yeah, correct. Approximately.
Nice. Okay. Another mispattern here. You
Hmm,
were you cleared group one in inter, then went on to clear group two in the immediate next attempt.
correct.
You were in a similar state here. You cleared group one in one attempt. The next attempt you were giving group two,
Correct.
but you didn't end up clearing it. Why do you think you couldn't?
I am not sure why I couldn't because, to be honest, preparation was 10% or 15% less than what I would have expected. Probably that is one thing. And another reason is the strategy which I went on, the strategy which I believed right from my inter second attempt, I mean the attempt which I cleared group one, didn't help me this time. So
Okay. Also,
I
this is your
studied
first time not clearing something without studying, right? May 18 was your
after
first time
studying.
failing. Yeah, sorry, after studying. First time
Yeah,
not clearing anything after studying.
after
May
studying,
18
correct.
was not clearing without
I
studying.
didn't
You
study,
didn't
correct,
bother.
correct.
You
Yeah,
didn't study, you didn't pass. But here you actually studied a lot, right? For
correct,
November 2022.
correct.
And you actually failed in border 195, right?
Fine,
5. And the previous attempt was 200,
correct.
literally.
See, honestly, I believe now what if you ask me why I didn't clear, I would say I could have put 10% more efforts. That is one thing. And the strategy which I follow, that is read the A category and half
Okay.
of B category things 3 times. That strategy didn't end up well for me this time. In SCMP, they asked things from the chapters I missed out. So,
Yeah. C category came for 20 marks
correct.
or 25
No,
marks if you.
35 marks.
Yeah.
35 marks. So, that is where it went wrong. This is
Okay.
the first time that strategy didn't work for me. To be honest, in May 23 attempt, my third attempt, when I studied my group 2 for the next time, I covered all the lessons. Then I looked into that November 22 paper. I found it very easy. I
Okay.
didn't accept that I didn't prepare for a long period of time. I was telling that it was a very tough paper. ICA has given. the tough paper. I was telling about everyone that I was exaggerating that it is the record toughest paper it's given by ICA. That is why I was exaggerating it.
Remember,
So
we were talking about 10 marks of grace mark for a
correct,
CMP
correct.
November 22. We didn't
I
even
even
get 1 mark
in one
grace mark.
faculty's live video after the exams, I asked him if I score 35, will he give me 5 marks grace marks and pass me? I asked him that question, but he didn't reply. But still, yeah,
You actually scored 35 and didn't get the exam
30,
center. 30,
30, 30.
okay. 30. Okay. How was it after exams? Like in your house, and what were you thinking? Let's be honest, it's mostly you don't want yourself to fail, right?
Mm,
So when you fail, let alone the other people, it's you who's grueling yourself, right?
mm,
What
correct.
went in your mind after November 22 results?
To be honest, post November 22 exams was the toughest period for me mentally because the expectations for me was very high. The
Okay.
disappointment were very high. Uh, Two things. This time I didn't take peer pressure. I didn't have much peer pressure because most of the people cleared.
Past.
Yeah, two things. I was ashamed myself, and
Okay.
the family pressure this time was very huge. So
Yeah.
they were expecting me to clear this time. So that it would help us with the income wise. I would get an increased amount, right? So that was what was expected from me. They thought they'll clear in November. My mom was completely down, fully devastated after the November 22 exams. Uh, for her to be even little bit cheerful, it took a lot amount of time, to be honest. So that went in my head to see her in a different state. So that went in my head. But she tried maximum. She tried not showing it to me that she is upset, so that I could prepare for the next attempt. But she couldn't hide it better. I mean, she didn't hide it well. So there's evidence that is one thing. Myself feeling ashamed, the the family pressure, and again everyone around me cleared. So I didn't clear. So everything was going in my head. I was completely down, but I didn't touch my books till the mid of March because of that. I decided I am not gonna touch the books. I need a break. That's what I felt. But yeah, that was how it went.
And after March, it was a completely different story, right? What was, I think you can actually differentiate between May 23 and your rest of the entire CA journey, right? Your
Correct,
entire
because
approach.
this is the first time, basically, I guess I told after studying, I didn't clear, right? So this is the first time I had an idea about the subject before an exam. Because in November 18, I didn't have any idea about Group 1. Before November, May 19, I didn't have any idea about, even I don't even know the chapters in Group 2. Same case was in May 22, same case was in November 22. So
Okay.
this is the first time I had an idea about what uh, what was I what I was gonna do, what are the subjects or how I should study. So usually before the exams, that period was a substantial period, right? What figuring out period, right? So that figuring out period was much less this time. So the only thing which I decided is this time no ABC. Usually, I write all the chapters in board, all four subjects. I divide it in
Okay.
A, B, C. That is how I do. This time, I didn't do it. I just wrote all the chapters in the as per what is there in the index. I decided I want to study 100% of the portions this time. So I
Two
just went
things
for it.
happened, right? Why, after you did this, two things happened, right? In May 23. First thing that I noticed, usually your last 15 days, you will be cramming up 30 to 40% of
Correct.
your entire preparation. And
Correct.
the second thing, you ended up scoring 60 in all three subjects.
Correct.
Two things happened because of the ABC and your change in approach.
To be honest, this is the first time I allocated some time for revision. So
Revision was when
Before,
you.
see, before everyone will say, right, 1 month before the exam, you should start your revisions. I never knew what that was till this attempt. So this is the first attempt I even knew what that is. So
Okay.
that is what was different in this attempt, basically. I mostly, I would say, completed 95% of the portions in all three subjects.
I think it's
And
fair to say that in the last 10 days you were afraid of what you would do in the exams and rather than your preparation for the exams, right? Like
correct, you
what
can say that, yeah.
what you would
See,
do in the
to be
exams.
honest, if I had this kind of preparation in my other attempts, I would have said I would definitely clear this exam. I would
Okay.
definitely clear the exam, but this time my confidence was so low that even though I had such preparation, I didn't have much
I
confidence in me.
I still recall after DT you told that I'm just lying for the sake of my mom. I performed really
Yeah,
bad in DT. Please don't even talk to me about it. We talked about the paper and everything was wrong, 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 and you ended up scoring 60.
I know when discussing the paper, I told that okay, I'm getting few things
40.
correct than what I am expecting is what I told. After coming out of the exam hall, I was not very sure of the answers. Then I think we discussed the paper, which no one should do. But after doing that, I got little confidence that I would definitely clear. I was expecting 45. I would surely get
Okay.
45 is what I thought because 45 was enough for me because I got pretty good marks in eco law in November 22. I got an exemption basically. I scored 71 or 73, I guess. So all I
71.
wanted was, yeah, 71. All I wanted was 43 in all the paper. I thought, okay, I'll get there.
This is
Yeah.
also the first attempt that after the exams you knew only abnormal things can like fail you this
Correct.
time,
Correct.
right?
That is what I told everyone also. So only if I had the Rasani, I would not clear. Otherwise, I would definitely pass. Is what I told everyone. Yeah.
Okay. But the major two takeaways from that attempt was you knew what you were studying, pre-prepared to put it in
Hmm.
context, and you just shredded the ABC analysis
Hmm.
for November 23. But that was because you had a grip over everything, right?
Correct. Because the chapters didn't take much time, right? I had already studied many chapters. Basically, the A category chapters once before, right? Once or twice before. So it didn't take the amount of time which it usually takes in the other attempts, right? So I was
Okay.
able to cover 100% of the questions.
It was actually a great experience talking to you, even though I knew most answers
Yeah,
beforehand and I could just
yeah,
use AI and talk for you. I just wanted to get it out of your heart here and listen, give this experience to everyone. You know beforehand why I'm doing this with you. It's
yeah.
we are not extremes. We are not the guys who took
Correct,
10 to 12 years, and we are not
correct.
the people who cleared CA
Score
at age
550.
19. 550 is normal.
Malaric. How much did you score, bro?
We are not going
Ah,
to take that topic. I was talking about the people who scored, cleared in 19. That's the extreme, right? Air 1,
hmm.
19, those
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
guys, and the guys passing in 30, 35. Nobody is actually
Correct.
talking about us. Us in the sense,
Hmm.
not to glorify us, but
Hmm.
to make people like us know what to do.
Hmm.
If I told you in May 22 you'll have to do two revisions to score 60, you would have said okay, but I'm still going to do this. But you
The
ended up scoring
period,
60.
the period they told to take for revisions is the period I took studied for the first time. So that is how it
Yeah,
was.
rankers advice doesn't go all for
Correct,
non-rankers. That's
correct,
the entire point of what
correct,
our conversation.
correct.
So thank
I
you
was
for
even
taking.
to say I'm very glad to be a part of this. I was I'm very glad to share few of my experiences. If it could, if people could relate to even one or two things of what I told, at least even if they tell, if people start believing that even if 1.5 months is there, if people have doubts, if we can clear one group, if people after seeing this, if they have some sort of confidence, at least I would be That
Yeah.
is what I could tell. Yeah.
Yeah, that's our mission as well with cracking
Yeah.
clans. Our mission is just to bridge this effort gap. You don't
Yeah.
have to be perfect with everything, right? You can
Yeah.
do it. You just have to do with what you have in the time you have.
Yeah.
That's everything put together, right?
Correct. Correct.
That's what we are trying as well.
See, one
Okay.
thing which I didn't share in this podcast, which I forgot, which I should have shared, is during this 1.5 months, I I'm very addicted to my phone or TV or everything, right? So I took efforts to remove that. During this 1 month, the last 1 month, I didn't have phone, I didn't have Wi-Fi. Even my parents sacrificed it. We cut the TV. I used to lock even my parents' phone. Only they knew the password. So only if they come home and they unlock it for me, I could use a phone. Uh, Even I used to find loopholes saying I would shut the door. I would say it's very disturbing outside. I want to study in peace. Unlock the phone. Start watching YouTube. Then I told my mom. I honestly told my mom, if I'm going inside and locking, it is for YouTube. So don't let me lock my room. So what I told. So that I think I took that efforts. I removed few distractions and obstacles, I'd say, and that kind of helped me concentrate. It's
These are
one thing
small
I.
things that people don't talk about or emphasize about. And when
Hmm.
somebody advises you this, you think that it's just freaky or it's actually just stupid advice, but it's
Hmm.
actually gold. Nokia phone is
See,
like, I think
see,
ICA should give Nokia phones with the study
yeah,
material. That
yeah,
should at least cut some cost for that, I guess.
correct. See, what I'm saying is, I'm not asking everyone to stop using the phone. What I am saying is that was
Know
the
your
distracting
distractions.
factor for me, so I removed it. So
Yeah, know your
whatever distracting
distractions
for,
and
correct. Yeah,
control it, have a control
correct,
over it. That's the entire thing, right?
correct. Yeah,
That's well. We didn't watch IPL. IPL was there.
yeah,
We talked little about. We just ranted
yeah,
about RCB losing and Dhoni always hitting it, and we were
yeah,
fanboying Dhoni. That was one part,
yeah,
but we never let it after a boundary as well. Like I mean,
correct,
not cross over a point, right? We
correct,
were
correct.
sure
Yeah,
about that. So that we knew where we would go off and we were
correct,
standing in the edge of it. We are not
correct.
that far as well, but we were sticking in the edge. We knew the score.
Hmm.
We knew that RCB is losing the tournament anyway again, and
Hmm.
GT, CSK, were doing good in the end. We knew that,
Correct.
but
Yeah,
we just didn't know who hit it this time. That was the
correct,
entire point of it, right?
correct, correct. Yeah. Again, what we're saying is we were not extreme. Like don't watch IPL, don't distract, don't talk about IPL. We are not that extreme. So
I think I remember sending you some KL Rahul meme on LSD's total score when he got out
mm,
early and stuff after DT exam,
yeah,
and
yeah.
we did that, but we didn't dwell too much on it.
Also, the motivating factor for us was Manoj Madi, Virat Kohli edit. So that was our main. Whenever we were down, watch Kohli's 82 edit, start
That's
studying.
it.
Yeah,
It's enough.
yeah,
I guess those are small things that make people, do their stuff. Everybody
correct.
has their
Mm-hmm.
own thing.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay. Let's just pack things up and thank you for your valuable time. And
thank you,
we'll meet
Ankit,
soon.
for
We'll
having me
meet soon.
here.
Sure, sure. Absolute pressure.